Let me check the story.
Says somebody suing me for sexual battery. That's what you.
Is this the end of the AB and Dean show? Moments ago, AB speaks out on a shocking lawsuit accusing him and Dean of sexual battery, extreme and outrageous conduct, and more. Okay, as we all know, the AB and Dean show is very entertaining. However, according to this woman who goes by the name of Havana Saint, she's saying that she was pressured on multiple times to do certain things she did not want to do. Okay, apparently she's saying AB made, sexual advances against her. Of course, Dean, he's being mentioned as going on the live stream and insinuating that this woman, was doing certain things with AB. Like I said, these are serious claims. And moments ago, AB, he took to IG to react to this lawsuit. In his post, he said, if these fake allegations going to start all because people think I'm rich again and trying to get money from me, I will stop streaming today. Because none of this was going on when I was just down and out. And I was still behaving the same. Yeah, I don't know if that was the best response from, AB right now, considering how, serious allegations can be in this day and age in 2026. But listen, we all understand this is entertainment, right? And with everything changing in the linear television space, this is the new form of content. And AB and Dean, they done made a lot of money thus far with this show, right? But, aside from the money they make up front, you have to ask, who benefits more? Is it AB and Dean, or is it the individuals that's invested in this show, the entities that actually have ownership? Because when you find out that, AB and Dean, they don't have ownership in any of this. They just get a lot of money up front while taking all of the risk, okay? And this is why you have to be mindful when in this business today, because, look, the whole time, they're going to put you in a situation where, you're going to play yourself. Like I said, I did the homework, and I asked, hey, AB and Dean have any equity or ownership in Kick, Zeus Network, or this BLAI? And they said, nah, man. They just get paid a lot of cash up front, taking all the risk. This is the new model for a lot of our creatives out here, right? Trying to earn a living in this business, right? But again, this is the entertainment business. You have to understand when you don't, realize the back end of everything, when these lawsuits happen, you know what happens, right? Everything associated with AB and Dean, they pack it up. Meanwhile, the networks, they move on to the next star. And this is why it's important to really understand, the business behind these networks and how everything is moving. Because again, AB was just down and out. Like he said, nobody cared. He was on the internet, you know what I mean? Making a lot of posts. And people, fans, for the most part, his fans was like, yo, they was, hoping for this man, to get back on his feet, as we're saying right now, right? But don't trip, because even your favorite rapper on your favorite podcast, 9 times out of 10, he has that same deal that AB and Dean has, okay? A lot of money up front, but no equity and ownership on the back end. So listen, a lot of people right now in this content space, they talk a lot of shit, but in the end, something has to change, right? Because like I said, it wasn't that long ago when AB was getting screamed on over there at Cam Show, right? Everybody was saying, yo, homie was already at the casino, intoxicated. They knew exactly what they was doing, putting them on camera for the sake of content. And that's exactly what happened, right? Now you see the situation with the networks, and then they like, yo, this guy, he draws an audience. You know what I mean? Let's put all of these things in his path, right, for the sake of entertainment. You saying them at as high, then you saying them at as low. And it's all right here for the sake of, everyone who's viewing the show. But in the end, right now, you're seeing what appears to be a change, right? A spark in AB, and it's as if he is ready to return back to his old self, his old form, And to be honest with you, regardless if you're a fan or not, long term, I support the growth. You know what I mean? You hear these claims, you hope none of this stuff is true. However, at the same time, we understand what comes with this business. It's wicked, man. Some people look at negative publicity as a way of just good publicity overall. So again, entertainment business, a lot of people invested behind the scenes. So, we have to wait and see how everything plays out because, again, these are accusations, right? People have to, come forward and prove these accusations, so to speak, innocent until proven guilty. But then you hear his statement talking about, yeah, I've been acting like this before I had the money, before me and Dean, linked up and started getting to this paper. But again, as you can see, it's an illusion. They give you all this money up front, and then when situations like this happen, your whole brand take a hit. And then you know what happens. They curve you. They stop answering your calls. The money stop coming in. They move on to the next. That's how it goes. So again, when you in these situations like AB, right now, this is the best play you can have in the situation that he's in the sense of being able to redeem himself in front of everyone, while at the same time understanding that it's a slippery slope, man. Let's be clear. The same people that's, sitting here watching your downfall are the same people acting like they a champion of your, the return. But either way, you got to cut through all of this and stay focused, stay disciplined, and get back to it. Because in the end, after everybody done made their money, right, and got what they got from your ass, you still got to be there for your family, your kids. And this is the shit they not going to tell you. You know what I mean? So regardless if you're a fan of AB or Dean, in the end, people have to wake up and understand in order for a change to happen, you have to learn the business because people getting paid a whole lot of money. I said a money. People getting paid a whole lot of money to do a whole lot of fuckery. That's what I wanted to say. And I ain't even gonna edit that out. But y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on AB speaking out on this lawsuit? Him and Dean is involved of being, accused of sexual battery, extreme, outrageous conduct. Again, this is entertainment. You know what I mean? They add fuel to the fire for the sake of entertainment, and people stay, they tuned in on the regular. So this is why they give them all of that money up front. But when shit get out of control, somebody got to restore order. And this is how it happens, real fast. Accusations and lawsuits, and the next thing you know, they shutting this shit down. So like I said, for the sake of AB and his return back to his original form, listen, man, stay focused. Be careful out here. Like I said, they gonna make that money from you regardless, but you still gotta save, yourself for your family. So, that's just how I feel about it. But y'all let me know, what are your thoughts down in the comment section below. Again, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace.